the Mayor's and dating system, from the Julian to the Gregorian dating system. But he hung on the cross from 9 o'clock in the morning till 3 in the afternoon. But there was a distinct difference between noon and 3. And Matthew tells us that he came the third hour of the day. The day began at 6 o'clock. The Jewish day began at 6 o'clock. And so the third hour of the day was 9 o'clock. But at noon, Matthew records in Matthew chapter 27, verse 45, "And now from the 6th hour, darkness fell upon all the earth until the 9th hour. And about the 9th hour, Jesus cried out with a loud voice, saying, my God, why hast thou forsaken me?" Many people have wondered about that. That's at the time that all the sins before him and after him were poured upon. Your sins and mine were poured upon Jesus. And all the weight. And God actually had to turn his back from him because he took all the sins of the world upon himself at that point. And some of those who were standing by, when they heard it, began saying, "This man is calling for Elijah." And immediately one of them ran, taking a sponge, filled it with sour wine, and put it on a reed to give it to him to drink. But the rest of them said, "Let us see whether Elijah will come to save him." And Jesus cried out again with a loud voice and yielded up the spirit. And behold, the veil of the temple was torn in two from the top to the bottom, and the earth shook, and the rocks were split, and the tombs were open, and many bodies of the saints who had fallen asleep were raised, and coming out of the tombs after the resurrection, entered the holy city and appeared to many. Can you imagine that? This is the only time this happened, that this event, what took place, shook the universe. Not just Jerusalem, not just that part of the world. It changed the universe in this event. And there were some believers, when that shaking took place, that the tombs were open. And they came walking. Now, can you imagine if it was one of your relatives? Came walking into the city. And they had been dead for some time. The Bible doesn't say which ones and how long. But they were dead. And this was such an incredible event that even dead people came back to life again. And Jesus told us later that he has become the first of millions who will come back to life again someday. Now the centurion and those who were with him, keeping guard over Jesus, when they saw the earthquake and the things that had happened, because they were very frightened, and said, "Truly this was the Son of God." This is the same centurions that stood and gambled over his clothes, and spit on him, and shoved his sword into his side, and nailed him to the cross. But when these events took place, he said, "Surely this was the Son of God." Nobody revealed that to them except the Lord. As we begin our service today, you know, when I was young at home, my parents, we went to church about this time, came home, and I needed to go down, and I couldn't turn my radio on or anything. I had to just spend some time alone between 12 and 3, remembering everything that Jesus had done for me. That's, you know, as we worship him today, remember what he did, the price he paid. The price that cost him his very life. God came down here and died for us. Let's stand. Lord, I thank you